You were looking at the Jazan refinery storage facility in Saudi Arabia, burning after it's been hit from Houthi strikes, and we are indeed in World War. If you can peer through the fog here, you can see the long line of ships that are stacked up in Hormuz. Nothing flowing. Everyone just sitting there anchored. As this 2-day window has gone by of supposed peace talks between Iran and the U.S., but Iran is saying that they're in no negotiations with Trump at all. They do say they are pausing the back and forth tit for tat as long as the U.S. does. But others are saying the U.S. is again just getting reorganized and about to pound them harder than they've ever been hit. Now, Zelensky is jumped up and blasted an Iranian vessel or multiple vessels inside of the Caspian Sea for his little buddy BB. This is a world war. I've told you this over and over, and the sheep out there just ain't gonna get it until the lights go out in America or a nuke drops somewhere. And that's usually the end game. Okay, so in this instance, we've got multiple battlefronts all over the place spilling out from Ukraine and Iran. You now have the war front of Ukraine and Russia mixing officially with this strike, with the Israel-Iran war, when the U.S. involved in both fronts. The U.S. involved in both fronts, and we should have never been. But it was the U.S. that went in and invaded Ukraine and ran the elected government out under Obama, stole all the gold, and turned it into what it is now. With all the prices here in America pretty much rigged compared to around the world. And you can see here, drones taking out fuel stations, gas stations, left and right. Russian drones striking these places, and this is causing big issues in Ukraine and Russia. Both facilities hit, with the Houthis stepping up and hitting Saudi Arabia for Iran. This is global. I mean, this is worldwide, man. Anywhere, anyone, at any time at this point can get struck is exactly what they've shown. And Saudi Arabia now taking hits and smoldering. You've got Moscow, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kuwait, Jordan, Iraq, all these places around the Persian Gulf on fire and smoking. And Americans are just acting oblivious to it. The blowback is going to be unreal. And it's going to be unprecedented. No doubt. You can see it from a mile away. This is World War. And the Houthis stepping up and doing this to Saudi Arabia tells me that the Strait of Tears is the next move. And it's called that for a reason. Because when they break that down and stop all traffic through there, as well as Hormuz, you will see all kinds of people in tears. Because they will be lacking all kinds of supplies that come through these two routes. And Iran is playing the long game. They know that it's to their advantage. They're beating Trump, in a sense, because Trump has no options. Now, there's reports out there saying that we're low on missile supplies and all this other stuff, but I have Waltz specifically saying that those rumors are false and they are ready to rock at a moment's notice. And they've got enough of whatever to defend, to hit, to strike. So there's always tidbits of false information floating around out there. But Iran saying they're prepared. They're prepared for a ground invasion. They're prepared for the whole thing to escalate from here. So as I've been saying, you better get ready for war and the repercussions of it. This is no doubt World War. Remember, in Ukraine, you've got not only Ukraine and Russia fighting, but we've seen North Korean troops, Chinese troops coming in to Russia's defense, dying on the battlefield in Ukraine. This is World War. There's no other way around it, man. Join me for the live streams where I break this down further, and hopefully things don't escalate between now and then. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on Dabu 77.